Thank God it's Monday, and together we can apply yesterday's sermon to every day of the week. Today we're looking at why not being afraid of sharing your faith, of being public about your faith. Jesus, first of all, is not shying away to tell you that being public in your faith could have consequences. In Matthew 10, verse 16 to verse 24, he basically says this could happen. Families could split about this. You could be dragged in front of the courts and the synagogues. There could be consequences of sharing your faith. Now, chapter 11, that did not happen to the disciples. They had tremendous success. So Jesus was actually underselling and overperforming. He was saying then, this could all go wrong. They went and nothing of it happened. Chances are things could turn out great. But Jesus is not going to shy away from the negative. He tells you what could happen. Now, that to me sounds like reasons for fear, right? So Jesus also deals with our fear here from verse 26. And I'm going to read them and give you four reasons why not be afraid. Number one, verse 26. So have no fear of them, for nothing is covered that will not be revealed, or hidden that will not be known. What I tell you in the dark, say it in the light. And what you hear whispered, proclaim on the housetops. Your intimate, revealed truth, that's what you hear whispered, right? Close, in the dark, early hours of the day, late night. You and Jesus, things where he comes very close and you have like this experience of something a truth that he reveals to you. Those things, say them in the light, shout them from the rooftops. Why? Nothing is covered that will not be revealed, or hidden that will not be known. Truth will prevail. If people say what you're thinking is wrong, truth will prevail. Reason number one. Reason number two, do not fear those who kill the body but cannot kill the soul. Rather fear him who can do that, right? Can destroy both soul and body. Who is that? That's God, right? That's the only one who can actually end a soul, basically. What's the worst that could happen? Well, people could kill you. And historically, Christians were killed. But especially in those areas where Christians were persecuted, those Christians were somewhat unafraid of standing for their faith. Why? Because they had a fear that was bigger than that. They had the fear of God. They knew this eternally matters. So they stood for Jesus, stood for God, even in the toughest of moments. And I think we have to increase our fear for God in order that our fear for man would decrease. Number three, are not two sparrows sold for a penny? Not one of them will fall to the ground apart from your Father. But even the hairs on your head are all numbered. Fear not, therefore, you're of more value than many sparrows. You matter to God. That should actually deal with your fear. You matter to God, who is in charge of all the world, has your hair counted, knows how many sparrows there are, knows everything, and has everything under control. You matter to him deeply. That's why you should not be afraid. Just remember who's in control and who you matter to. Okay? Number three, I said it. Number four, so everyone who acknowledges me before men, I will also acknowledge before my Father who is in heaven. But whoever denies me before men, I will also deny before my Father who is in heaven. That again increases my fear. It increases my fear that I miss a chance to stand for Jesus. Now, that does not mean that one time where you denied your faith, or where you were like a little bit shy and you didn't say anything, that now you will burn in hell because of it. It means it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle choice. Denying Jesus. How big is your faith? Romans says that you are being saved by believing in your heart and speaking with your mouth. Your mouth speaks of what you believe. And if you have a theoretical faith, it will show, because then your mouth will not speak. If you have a practical relational faith that is connected to God, you will stand for him because he's your friend, he's your savior, he's your Lord. That's what Jesus says. And so, 4 reasons. 1, truth will prevail. Number 2, there's a bigger fear. Number 3, you matter to God. Number 4, your faith will speak. Okay, 5 minutes as a connect group. Read this text together. Read Matthew 10, verse 26 to 33, and talk together. Where are you afraid of sharing your faith? And how does this text challenge you or strengthen you to attack this fear head on? What are you going to do in the coming weeks about it? Practically. Write it down, and a week later ask, or 2 weeks later ask, what have you done about it? That's going to be challenging, but you know what? Together we grow. God bless you guys. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.